112 years ago, the UP Board of Regents had a vision to develop their true firstborn college that will spearhead national development through agriculture. At the foot of Mount Makiling, Edwin B. Copeland, together with 7 faculty and 12 students, embarked on the journey to create the UP College of Agriculture, or UPCA. Through its 112 years of existence, the college has produced over 1,000 technologies and variety of plants and animals, 9 national scientists, over 30 outstanding young scientists, and more than 18,000 graduates contributing to agricultural development. UPCA, now College of Agriculture and Food Science, or CAFS, has been continuously contributing to nation building through its instruction, research, and extension function. A mere 10 years after establishment, the college was able to start breeding works with the production of sugarcane varieties with high productivity and resistance to Fiji and mosaic disease. In the 1920s, the importance of agriculture was intensified and UPCA was recognized as neighboring countries began sending their students to Los Baños because of the high quality of education. In the 1930s, breeds with superior characteristics such as the Burkhala pig, Los Baños Cantonese chicken, and filament cattle were developed. The 1960s was a fruitful decade for research. Makapuno, a coconut cultivar often made into a dessert, was pioneered and perfected. Meanwhile, the Dairy Training and Research Institute was the first in the country to freeze buffalo semen, paving the way for artificial insemination of local carabaos. Along with the establishment of UPLB in the 70s, the college received the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award for International Understanding, Asia's counterpart for the Nobel Peace Prize. In the same decade, the C4 plants were developed. The soil test kits were produced in support of the Masagana 99 program, and the mango induction technique was introduced. Continuing the production of quality research outputs in the 1980s, techniques to minimize post-harvest losses, the accelerated fish sauce manufacturing process, and the rapid test kit for the detection of pesticide residue on vegetables were developed. The 1990s saw many new varieties across species or crop types, including Sinta papaya, the first Philippine-bred hybrid, UPLB Gold, a durian variety, and Doña Amelita, a musaenda named after the wife of former President Fidel Ramos. The award-winning National Corn-Based Farmer Scientist RDE Training Program, or FSTP, was also established around this time and still remains as one of the university's primary extension programs. In the field of instruction, the book titled Integrating Sustainable Agriculture in the BSA Curriculum, the UPLB College of Agriculture Experience, was published in 1999. At present, the College of Agriculture and Food Science, or CAFS, continues to be the premier institution of higher learning in agriculture and food science, and remains committed to nation building through its instruction, research, and extension programs. In order to produce the best graduates, all of our courses are outcomes-based education, and continuous improvement of the curriculum is being practiced to meet the challenges of the 21st century. As testament of excellence, CAFS is constantly recognized by different organizations. In research, we continue to implement relevant studies with focus on the 12 priority commodities to address food security. Moreover, Technologies are constantly developed to aid in responsible food production. Supplementing these are extension activities to disseminate the knowledge generated to improve food productivity and livelihood of the people. We believe that present technologies will future-proof our food systems. Some of our notable developments are iDetect, Coraginam, Plant Health and Pest Clinic, Pest Management Tools and Techniques, Smarter Pest Identification Technology or SpeedTech, Snap Hydroponics, Drone Technology, Rapid Immunofilter Assay for Virus Indexing, Nanofertilizers Fertigrow, Hormogrow, Nanobiosensors, and Biochar. We at the College of Agriculture and Food Science will continue to promote and nurture a culture with innovative yet conscientious minds and cutting-edge skills to lead and serve the country and the region. We are one college with one goal towards sustainable food systems. A 112 years ago, the UP Board of Regents had a vision to develop their true firstborn college that will spearhead national development through agriculture. At the foot of Mount Makiling, Edwin B. Copeland, together with 7 faculty and 12 students, embarked on the journey to create the UP College of Agriculture, or UPCA. Through its 112 years of existence, the college has produced over 1,000 technologies and variety of plants and animals, 9 national scientists, over 30 outstanding young scientists, and more than 18,000 graduates contributing to agricultural development. UPCA, now College of Agriculture and Food Science, or CAFS, has been continuously contributing to nation building through its instruction, research, and extension function. A mere 10 years after establishment, the college was able to start breeding works with the production of sugarcane
A pleasant morning, everyone. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. And Sawadee Kap. Welcome to the 4th episode of Aggie Peace Talk 5.0, featuring the AgriCOOLture Youth Champions, a web fresher course of rebooting agriculture in the new normal. This is brought to you by the College of Agriculture and Food Science, UP Los Baños. Same with the previous episodes, we will be featuring youth champions in agriculture. And in this episode, we will be having a youth champion who will share to us an actual farm experience. He will talk about empowering thighs through agriculture, the Naira Farm experience. Supposedly, we have another youth champ, but due to unexpected situation, his session has to be rescheduled. Nonetheless, this will surely be a fruitful morning, so please stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I am John Rel Zuniega from the Institute of Crop Science, and I will be your host this morning. So, hello to our participants via Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And before we start, let us first have a glimpse of the background of our pre-registered participants. Based on our records, there are 380 responses who registered via the Google form, and as you can see, 82.9% of the participants are students. So majority are students. So youth sector represents, but of course, there are also registered faculty, reps, and a few from the industry. So shout out to everyone. This episode is live streamed via the UPLB Caps Facebook page and YouTube channel. We are also live via Zoom. So shout out to everyone. Hello po sa ating lahat na nanonood via Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And just a gentle reminder for our participants, for everyone, we have some house rules. To those participants who are watching via Zoom, you are requested to turn on or to turn off your camera and microphone. But if you wish, you may turn on your camera during the session. You are also encouraged to use the Zoom Q&A button for questions and clarifications, which will be entertained during the open forum after our resource speaker. So we will be having a Q&A forum to entertain your questions. And in the Zoom Q&A button, you may also like a question asked by another participant if you have the same question. And during the open forum, if you have some follow-up questions, you may use the raise hand function and wait to be acknowledged by the moderator. And reminder that only those who will complete and submit the evaluation form will be given a certificate of attendance. So now, before we formally start our program, may I request our panelists to please turn on your camera for a quick photo op. Good morning, everyone. Hello po sa
Good
ating mga
morning.
panelists.
Good morning.
Ayan. This is a very good morning. Okay, so may I also request our other panelists to please turn on your camera. Okay. All right. So in 3, 2, 1, smile. 3, 2, 1. Another one po. In 3, 2, 1, smile. Ayan, very fresh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you po to our panelists. And now to formally welcome our event, let me call on the Deputy Director of the Institute of Crop Science, Dr. Maria Lourdes Danyo, to give the opening message. Good morning po, Mama Lu.
Morning, Jonrel. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to another series of Agriculture Youth Champions. We do have a saying in Filipinos, and here in the Philippines, that the youth is the hope of the future. And it is just great to see that the youth have taken the challenge in giving agriculture an importance, and for them to also come up with innovations and technology that can improve our farming. And such dedication in improving agriculture is seen globally by the active participation of the youth. May we be inspired by the sharings of our different speakers, and we are also proud to present for you today our agriculture youth champion from Thailand. Thank you and good morning to everyone.
Thank you very much, Mamalu, for that message and gracing us with your presence this morning. Yes, here in the Philippines, the Filipino youth is the hope of the future. And we are glad that in the field of agriculture, there are already a lot of youth champions. So be it in our little own ways, and maybe in the future, we'll be known in our own field. Since we are featuring a youth champion as a resource speaker, I also believe that we can also be future champs. Or maybe our participants, the students, majority of our participants are already youth champs in their own little ways. So here's the hashtag for everyone. To our participants, you may join this simple activity by either posting a selfie or a status on Facebook. So for a selfie, take your best photo while tuning in to today's episode. So you can upload your selfie on Facebook with a caption of your takeaway during the session. And don't forget to use the hashtag future of AgriCOOLture. Or you may also post a status on Facebook using your takeaway from today's episode. So I remind everyone to not forget to use our hashtag future of agriculture. Yes, there is or agriculture is a cool industry or field. And of course, for the highlight of this episode, we have invited a youth champion. And allow me to introduce our speaker. He earned his bachelor's degree in telecommunication engineering at the King Mongkut Institute of Technology, Ladkrabang. Last year, he was recognized as a national winner in the Bank of Agriculture's Newgen under the Innovative Farming and Technology category. Currently, he is the president of Northern Zone Young Smart Farmers in Phetchabun, Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our youth champion, Mr. Panopong Great Tan Turut. Sir, good morning. Sawadee Kap.
สวัสดีครับ Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me. Can I start now?
Yes, sir, you may start na po.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Panupong Tantirat. You can call me Great. I'm from Thailand. I am the founder of Nerai Farm. I'm pleased to be here today to talk about Nerai Farm and young smart farmer in Thailand. Before I start, I have something to tell you all. This is the first presentation in English of me. If you have any question, you don't be afraid to ask me. First of all, I will talk about my background. I graduated bachelor degree in telecommunication engineering. And I worked in field engineer for 4 years before I become farmer. And many people think why I changed my job from engineer to farmer. My family too. Because my family, we don't farmer. My family are teacher, all of family. First time I tell my mom and my dad I will leave off engineer. I will be farmer. My mom and my dad don't understand and always and ask me why. In that time, I cannot explain my family why I am farmer. Because my family think farmer is not the good job, and we and before I will talk about young smart farmer in Thailand. There are a question about government Thailand support. The Young Smart Farmer Thailand is a group of youth agro network established by Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperative Thailand. They support by fund, community meeting, a group of all young smart farmer in Thailand. We have member about 12,000 member. We have annual event. In that group, we share knowledge, we share problem, we share solution. The group of all can accessibility to government and private fund toward agricultural and innovation initiatives. Working as a group and network is important for new agricultural model. This is about my project. At that time, my family asked me why I am farmer. Because that time I think I have a passion to build a strong network among young people to share and learn about holistic agricultural, everything in agricultural. We not only share with young people, we share to another farmer who interesting in the same thing. We hope it be sustainable and useful for all. In my Naira Share and Learn, we have two parts. The first is farming journal and the second is learning space. In my farm, I have fruit, tamarind, mango, and durian. That's in my farm. That is the first project, farm journey. And the second project is learning space. Because I was engineer, I have a knowledge about alternative energy and some automatic system. I share that knowledge to my group, my community, to my farm, to farmer around me. Now we have a solar cell power, many solar cell power in our group. This is the activity of Young Smart Farmer Thailand. We share everything such as problem, solution, knowledge. One farm have problem, we will keep that problem to solve, discuss, and find a solution to solve that. This is me and my group. This is only one province in Thailand. We have 77 province in Thailand, and we have 77 groups like this. All activities are supported by Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperative. And after meeting, we are communication. We share the market, the order. In Thailand, we are supported by government in the knowledge and some fund, a little of fund. I think it be advantage. I'm sorry about my English. If you have any question, you can ask me. I will answer you.
All right. So thank you, Sir Panapong, for that inspiring story. Very inspiring. He took up engineering in college, but he took the courage to pursue his interest, which is to be a farmer. So
Yes,
based on according to the presentation, you are a member of the Young Smart Farmers Network in Thailand. So you are probably sharing your advocacy about agriculture with your fellow youth in your country. And maybe one of the takeaways here is to bravely answer the question why in our lives. But with your story, I hope that our participants, especially the youth, are inspired to really venture into agriculture. And not only to learn agriculture, but also to share it with everyone. So, sir, thank you for that very inspiring story. Now we have a total of 130 viewers via across platforms who are watching via Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And now to our participants, you can ask questions to Sir Panupong. You may type your question in the Zoom Q&A button or comment on Facebook or YouTube channel. And for the Q&A session, let me turn over you, sir, to Assistant Professor Brian Apasionado to facilitate the open forum. Good morning, Sir Brian.
Good morning, Sir General. All right, so at first, let us thank Mr. Panupong for his inspiring talk to us regarding his experience in Naira Farm in Thailand. Okay, so yeah, there. Sawadee krap, Mr. Panupong. Yeah, and mabuhay Mabuhay. That's how we greet in Filipino. So, should I call you Panupong, or I think I can call you Great, right?
Yes, you can call me Great.
Yeah, yeah, that is really great. Your name and also your what are you doing in Thailand is really great. All right, so um, my first question is, okay, I learned some Thai phrases. Please help me if I pronounce it right. Okay, so is it sabay di mai? Is that correct?
Yes, by the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just asked him, how are you? So how are you today, Mr. Great?
Yes, I'm so good today.
Yeah, okay. So um, we are really inspired by your story. And actually, we have several questions are coming up in our Zoom and also Facebook and YouTube. All right. So our first question is, actually, this is my question personally. From a graduate of telecommunications engineer to being a farmer. So what inspires you to shift from engineering to agriculture or to farming?
Because that time I think I want to help a farmer. Some farmer they don't have any knowledge. They just do activity in their farm. I think I have knowledge in alternative energy or knowledge in automatic, some automatic. I think I can help them to make this easy for farm.
All right. So really sharing is learning, like what you said. So
Yes.
you really wanted to share your knowledge to our farmers. Oh, that's very noble um, vision you have here. Okay. So another question, I think this is from our participants. So we witnessed how you become a member of the youth in agriculture in Thailand. All right. So the question is, how did you encourage that 12,000 youth to engage in agriculture?
Uh, Young Smart Farmer Thailand start at 2015, and we have a group in all of province in Thailand,
Yeah.
77 province. All group is big family, big community. Yeah.
Okay. So this youth organization is actually formed by the government. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So you became, how did you become a member of this organization?
3 years ago.
Okay. So did you apply for it, or the government ask you to join them?
Yeah. No, I asked to join them.
Okay. So how is the application process? Uh, should you have a farm to join them?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
they will have two activity like
okay.
seminar, two seminar, three seminar
Mhm.
before we will pass and be young smart farmer.
Oh, so you actually being trained by the
Yes, yes,
government.
yes.
That's good. So you need to pass several seminars, or like there is a graduation for it or a certificate for it.
Uh, Again, please.
So you need to pass or to attend several seminars and trainings.
Yes, yes.
Okay, to be a member of the that organization. Okay, that's very good. Are there any support aside from the trainings? Are there any financial support that are given by the government?
If you pass the training, you can go to the bank and give this certificate to
Oh,
bank.
that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, so they will honor that certificate, all right, that you passed the training, and of course you are knowledgeable on how to start a farm. So the bank will loan you the money
Yes.
to start your farm. Oh, that's a great way to start a farm and to support our youth. All right. So another question is, um, Mr. Great, so far, what are the notable impacts of your program in agriculture in Thailand?
Again, please.
Okay, so again, what do you think is the impact of your program in agriculture in Thailand?
Uh, in now, agriculture program in it's in Thailand we have many farmer in in the past, but now we are young youth of Thailand going to the industry, another industry, not agriculture. I think it's important to support to to give they back to agriculture. In Thailand, we have many course short short training in this, not a bachelor degree, but it is a short course.
Okay, all right. So we have another question from Miss Madeline Arimado from a Zoom participant natin. So, Sawadika, how's your farm in this time of pandemic? Are your farms being affected by the pandemic?
They will support the fund for when we have meeting. The first, they support fund for meeting, and the second, the knowledge, that the training before we become young smart farmer. We must pass the training. The training will train we about knowledge in agriculture, technology, money management, many things. Yes, and after that I told you we can we can go to the bank and give certificate. I passed the train. Bank will give me a loan.
Okay. All right. So the pandemic really doesn't affect that much because you have still financial support from your bank and also from the government. All right. So another question from our Zoom participant. Okay. So the question is, what are the reason and inspiration that you pursue into agriculture? And what are the trails that you encounter since your parents don't understand why to transfer in agriculture? So the first question first, I think you already answered this in the beginning. So your reason and inspiration to pursue in agriculture. I think you already mentioned that you wanted to share your knowledge to the farmers. And since then, since um, your parents don't understand why to transfer in agriculture, what made you convince them uh, to be in agriculture?
After I'm going to be a farmer and they understand after I have an income. Yes, income is
Okay.
everything.
Yeah. So once you have an income, oh yeah, so this is profitable. Agriculture really is a business, and it is profitable, even from the for the young
Yeah.
generation, right? So yeah, for the youth out there, see, agriculture really is profitable, and for the parents, uh, yes, please support your kids if they want to go into agriculture, because it is a great profession. Okay, so we also have a question from YouTube. This is asked by Peaceful Hopi Indian. Okay, so what kind of crops or livestock the farmer members grow or cultivate to be a member or participant of your program?
Young Smart Farmer Thailand.
Yeah. So do you need to have a specific crop to be planted or livestock to grow, or any livestock or crops you can be part of the program?
Yes, all of agriculture
Okay.
can be.
So
Yeah.
so as long as you are dealing with agriculture, even fruits or livestock or any kind, you can be part.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so we have another question from Engineer JV Manigos. So, learning, of course, that you are now are earning from your venture. How supportive your family in your decision now?
Supportive.
Yeah, how supportive are your family now?
Now, I support. I support family or family support me.
Um, your family, how is your family supporting you now?
Oh, he, my family, he uh he understand me now, and he do not wish me. They just ask me what happened now. Are you okay?
Okay.
Yes,
So
only that.
okay, so they trust you even more because you are in a
Yes.
good path. Okay, so they are very supportive. That's good. So another question from our anonymous attendee in Zoom. With a growing competitive trend in international agronomic trading, what are the perspective of young smart farmers? So what do you think is the future for the young smart farmers? So what's next for them?
In a global community,
Yeah.
I think it's good to be a partner of another country, because
Mhm.
I think we will change culture culture of living, culture of agriculture. I think it will be good if we have a exchange people, share the knowledge.
Oh yes. So yeah, I think the Filipino youth are very welcoming with that possible collaborations with the youth, with the young smart farmers in Thailand. Okay, so I think the Filipinos should also be organized like what happened in Thailand to pursue more or to advance our agriculture. Okay, so we have another question. I hope it's okay. So let us continue. Good morning. This is from Jerome Cortez. Good morning. Was agriculture hard for you to learn at the start?
The hard thing.
Is it hard for you to learn because you graduated from telecommunications engineering to being a farmer? So is it hard, the change or the shift?
Uh, it's not hard because I have a big community, big family. I what the thing I interesting. I just find someone who do that before me, and I going to ask them. I going to live with them about
Okay.
3 months before I
Oh,
go back to my home.
oh, that's nice. So you really learn from a mentor or from other farmers. Okay,
Yes,
so
another young
so
farmer Thailand.
okay, so a follow-up questions is how long did you master this discipline before starting a farm?
In engineer,
No, in agriculture.
in agriculture.
Yeah. How
Uh,
long did you learn agriculture before you actually step up and put up your own farm?
3 months.
3 months. So
Yes,
the months that you learn from your mentor. Okay.
yes.
So we have a question from Christian Kulaway. Okay. Sawadi krap. What is the strategies of Thailand in developing new generation of farmers?
The strategy
Yeah.
in Thailand, we have many program. Government support young smart farmer, and the Bank of Agriculture Thailand support a new generation farmer.
Mm-hmm.
In the same program, and all program we will have a training. First training we will learn all about agriculture, and after that we will choose what is the interesting, and
Mm-hmm.
I will train specific thing. We will learn specific thing after that.
Okay. So we have another question from YouTube from the Red Planet. Okay, so what is your assessment of Thai youth interest in pursuing agriculture related careers in Thailand?
Okay, please.
What is your assessment of the interest of the youth in Thailand to pursue agriculture as a career?
uh I think the youth now want to be a owner business.
Okay.
They interest to be agriculture because they want to be a owner of his business.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Mr. Ian Kalayun also, uh, I thought he said that I taught in Ratchaburi before, and that time my students were more interested in pursuing other career. So, but right now, are you saying that youth in Thailand are more inclined in agriculture now than before?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So, and I think the youth smart farmers in Thailand also help in that change in perception in agriculture in Thailand. Okay, so we have another question from Mr. Alan Okpemia. Are there any incentives given by the Thai government for youths who are pursuing career in agriculture? Are there any incentives?
Thai government.
Yeah.
Uh, they are support many things with farmer like fun activity, the price of product,
Okay.
guarantee price of product. Some product like rice.
Okay. So aside from the financial support coming from the bank, there are other programs that is being done by the Thai government, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So I have another question. What do you think is the advantage of our youth or the youth that coming or engaging in agriculture right now?
community.
Okay. So we have a community, and I think we are more active, like also in social media. No, uh, also uh, we have plenty of um, sources of information. And aside from what you said, like the community of the youth, which is a great advantage for our youth to pursue in agriculture. Now, what do you think are the major challenges the youth are facing right now in terms or in their venture in agriculture?
I think it's some many of agriculturists don't know what they want, what they just want to be agriculture, but they don't know what that the real thing that they want.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. So, from coming from that, what can you say or what can you advise to younger generation or to the youth, to our youth who wants to pursue a career in agriculture?
I think we just try many things that we think is good, and when we try more, we will know we will know what we want to do. The, that's the right thing.
Yeah, so that's right. I think try and try until you succeed,
Yes, yes.
particularly in business or in agriculture, right? So there are several sectors in agriculture that you can try and you can learn and play into until you succeed. And for your case, Mr. Great, is this the first venture you have, or is it the first try uh, you have in agriculture, and then now you already succeeded, or are there any other tries that failed before?
The first thing I try in agriculture is mushroom.
Mushroom, okay.
Yes, because I think it not hot, but it success in business, but not but I don't like because I have to stay with them all the time.
Okay.
I want to have free time, and I staying to from mushroom to the food.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. So you really need to see what's best suited for you on your lifestyle. Okay. And what is your passion? And now you are working with fruit crops or fruit trees in your farm. How is the experience so far of growing fruit trees?
Uh, when I have a problem, I will ask the my community
Mhm.
whatever problem I just ask, and many people will give me a solution.
Oh, that's great. So it really takes a community for you to succeed, and uh, the community that supports each other succeeds. All right, that's very
Yeah.
good, and I hope we also have that in the Philippines. I know we have that also. Okay, so um, can you like give us a tour, like how is your farm doing right now? Uh, how old are your fruit trees, or have you already harvested some of your fruit trees?
In my farm, I have a tamarind.
Okay.
Yes, tamarind. The tamarind is the good for me because in Thailand we have many fruit, and my province at Phetchabun, the tamarind is the favor.
Okay. So are you developing a product from your tamarind, or you sell them as a fresh produce?
We have a raw material and uh, uh, we give some process,
Mhm.
two part. The first is raw material and the second is the another product from tamarind.
Okay. So are you also processing it to make another product, or you are just providing the raw material?
Uh, I'm just provide raw material to another people in my community,
Okay.
and I buy them back.
Okay. All right. So here's another question from Mr. Reden Matibag from Facebook. My observation is that Thai agri products are well produced and marketed. Okay. Do you receive specific trainings on value addition for agricultural products?
The product, the university in my country, we have many research. I just going to that university and tell them I want to do this, please research for me, and they will research and give me a research.
Okay, that's good. So I think this is the last part of our question and answer portion. Um, I hope our viewers learn from Mr. Great experience in agriculture in Thailand. I hope he inspires you to do agriculture also in the Philippines. So for my last favor, Mr. Great. So, what is your message for the young Filipino youth who wants to pursue agriculture?
I think if you want to be agriculture, you just try very much for everything you think is be good, and when you try more, you will be the right thing, and you will happy
All
with.
right. Okay. So, thank you very much. I'll go back or turning over the screen to Sir Janrel.
Thank you, Sir Brian, for facilitating that fruitful discussion with Sir Great. Kapunakap, Sir Great. You know, to
Thank
be
you.
to be honest, hearing your story gives me goosebumps, having a constant reminder about the career path I've chosen. I remember when we went to Thailand in 2019, I also met a young farmer. She's actually a woman, woman or young farmer of my age who owns a mango farm and process the harvested products into ice cream, jam, jelly. Well, so much for my personal takeaway. But Sir Great, you has taught us that a single initiative grounded with passion, interest, good mindset, and of course, a holistic support from your family, from your friends and mentors, and government support will really create a ripple effect for the benefit of everybody. So it's like not only learning, but also sharing. Sharing is caring. So you're great, Sir Great. At this juncture, we will now award you the certificate. So please allow me to read the citation. College of Agriculture and Food Science, University of the Philippines, Los Baños, College Laguna, Philippines present this certificate of appreciation to Panupong Tanturat for serving as resource person during the Aggie Peace Talk 5.0 Agriculture Youth Champion, empowering ties through agriculture, the Naira Farm Experience under the webinar program Rebooting Agriculture in the New Normal Web Fresher courses. Given this 10th day of June 2021 at College of Agriculture and Food Science, University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Signed by Dr. Pompesi Santa Cruz, Chair, CAPS Webinar Committee, and Dr. Elpidio M. Agbisit Jr., Dean of CAPS. Again, Kapuna Kap, sir, great.
ขอบคุณครับ Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your advocacy with us. Indeed, we learned a lot from you that agriculture is not only a way of life or a profitable endeavor, but it is also smart, humane, and cool.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. All right. So now we have 160 participants across platforms who are watching via Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And before that, again, may I request all the panelists to please turn on your camera for another group photo with our resource speaker. All right, so to our panelists, okay. All right, so the count of three, three, two, one, smile. Last one po, the count of three, three, two, one. Okay, thank you po. Thank you very much. All right. All right, now it's time for us to ask questions to our participants. If you ask questions addressed to Sir Great, now it's our turn to ask you questions. So please go to www.menti.com and use the code 60879873. Again, please go to www.menti.com and use the code 60879873. And the question is, all right, so describe your learning experience from this episode of Aggie Peace Talk 5.0. Again, please go to www.medkey.com and use the code 60879873 and describe your learning experience from this episode of Aggie Peace Talk 5.0. So our participants, okay, so please visit the Menti. So what are your takeaways during this session? I know that we learned a lot from Sir Great, talking about his sharing to us about his experience facing the field of agriculture with the support from his family and also from the government of Thailand. It's really amazing. And I'm sure that also there are youth organizations here in the Philippines who are also advocating in agriculture. So I know some organizations who are really putting themselves in the at grassroots level just to reach our farmers and also the vulnerable groups of agriculture. Okay, so keep the answers coming, and I'm reading some of your answers. All right. So the blue text, very inspiring. Mindset in Thai, motivating, engaging, wise, pursue agri to own business, admirable, practical, wow, awakening. Oh, juicy. All right. So my heart emoji, meaning love, but very promising and motivating. Okay, so keep your answers coming. Again, thank you to all our participants. Okay, so at this point of time, let me also remind our participants our official hashtag, which is hashtag future of AgriCOOLture. To our participants, you may join this simple activity by either posting your selfie or status on Facebook. So you might take in a photo with Sir Great via Zoom or online. So you post it in your Facebook account. So as another other than posting a selfie, you can also post a status on your Facebook. Just don't forget to use the hashtag future of agriculture. And for you to receive the e-certificate, kindly accomplish the EVA form, or you can use the QR code on the screen. Please also like the UPLB College of Agriculture and Food Science Facebook page for more updates and for more information about the CAF's activities. And for more inspiring stories coming your way, the next episode of Agriculture Youth Champs is scheduled on June 15, that is Tuesday next week, featuring another two youth champions. So please register and please visit the UPLB CAP's official Facebook page for more details. Again, thank you, Sir Great, for sharing your experiences. And thank you, everybody, for participating in this episode. To deliver us the closing remarks, may I call on the Director of the Institute of Crop Science, Dr. Consorcia Riaño. Good morning po,
Okay.
Ma'am Connie.
Thank you very much, John Rel.
Morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. Thank you very much, Sir Great. And I'm sure that will be a very inspiring scenario for our youths who right now will be rethinking their options. No? So, of course, this episode, together with all the previous episodes, are geared towards that. Because at this time, the youth's participation in the agricultural sector is becoming a prominent issue and increasingly becoming a concern, not only here in the Philippines but worldwide. Youths have become more interested with other stuff, and Filipino youths are no exception. So in developing countries like the Philippines and Thailand, of course, agriculture is likely to provide the main source of income, and it is vital that the youth see agriculture as an option. There is that common thinking that young people of today have grown disenchanted with agriculture. Youths, even those with backgrounds in agriculture, chose to go to the urban areas and seek other jobs or careers. What better way to attract the youth than to present to them the living proofs of success in agriculture? The academe, specifically the College of Agriculture and Food Science, has definitely a role to play. One, in making the curriculum more attractive, thereby attracting more youths to opt for agriculture as their career option. A younger generation can help introduce new technologies in sync with learning from traditional methods, holding the potential to offer the perfect fusion of new and traditional solutions to some of the world's biggest challenges, like food security in the light of climate change. Secondly, presenting pieces of evidence by showcasing success stories to demonstrate to the youth that definitely agriculture is a rewarding career option directly from the mouths of the babes, although not really babes, no, but still youth. So the agriculture webinar series champions the youth in agriculture and in sync with the efforts to popularize agriculture. So I hope everyone has had a very fruitful time, and then also yung action, no, to rethink our options to further advance our agriculture industry. So thank you very much to all, and thank you to the organizers of this CAPS webinar.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Ma'am.
General.
Thank you, Ma'am Connie, for wrapping up our episode this morning. Indeed, youth plays a vital role in agriculture. So now is the time to rethink our options. We would also like to acknowledge the hard work, of course, of the people behind this webinar series. Shout out to the CAPS webinar committee and also the iCrops extension committee. Thank you, everyone, to our participants. Please keep safe, take care, and see you on the next episode of Aggie's Peace Talk. Till next time, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Great.
Thank you.